Hey, good morning, Hershey Free families. This is Pastor Nick just saying, hey, happy October. And yes, you can tell we are excited about The Mandalorian Season 2 coming back out. But in all seriousness, just want to say, hey, thank you for continuing this journey with us. Whether you were worshiping with us in person this morning or whether you joined us online, we just want to say thank you for being a part of this with us. I do have a couple of announcements or updates for you guys. Just a reminder, we have our core home groups continuing this week, so be checking our social media for the locations and times for those as well. Also, we want to remind you on hfcinfo.com, you can download our sermon question and study guide questions, and you can use them to help go deeper into the message that we talked about this morning. Pastor George took us into the next phase of our Building a Bridge series, and he talked about the idea of serving each other, of serving one another. Last week, we talked about seeing people, and now we're saying, okay, what does it look like to serve each other? And so we looked at the story of the Good Samaritans, a story that many of us know, and we could probably recite the overall themes, the overall storyline of what happens in that passage. But let's take this a little bit deeper. Let's ask questions like, what if we were the person on the side of the road? How would we have felt if we saw the Levite and the priest pass us by? How would we have felt if somebody like that Samaritan stopped by who we were dynamically opposed to due to different cultural and social and religious barriers that we had put up? What if they stopped to help us? How would we have responded? What if you put yourself in the shoes of the Good Samaritan? Who's somebody in your life that as you're looking around and observing what's happening in our society today, who is somebody that you could step in, that you could cross boundaries for the sake of the gospel and help them? And so I just want to encourage you, go ahead and download this discussion guide. Use these questions. Think about like what would it take for you to step into the messiness of a situation, to be willing to die to self so that you could serve others the way that Jesus serves us? What would that look like? How could you apply that? And let me encourage you to take these questions and not just to ask these questions together as a family or as a small group, but to say, okay, practically, what do we do with them? How do we apply these truths, these things that have been impacting our hearts? How do we apply them and use them to further the kingdom of heaven? So Hershey Free, core families, just remember, we love you and we're praying for you. You have the discussion guide up on hfcinfo.com. Home groups are happening again this week, and we cannot wait to see you guys again soon. Oh, and don't forget, Season 2 coming soon this October. See you guys. Have a great week.